Hello, moms. It's Brianna. I wanted to hop on because I have, a really powerful session I had with one of my clients. And I just wanted to talk about the power of this deep inner healing work and what can happen when we really commit to that and step into that. And for those of you who are looking at me, so my eye is a little, I don't know if you can even tell, but I had a slight like eye infection. And so it was actually really bad several days ago, but it's gotten a lot better, but it's like not the same size as this eye, and it is a little swollen. So in case you're wondering like why my eyes look different, that is the reason. Hopefully it'll open up more. But anyways, so yeah, the power of deep inner healing and what this can do for your daughter when she steps into this. So I had a session today with one of my private clients, and we did a beautiful meditation, a guided meditation, and I guided her into meeting with her younger self, her 5-year-old younger child, right? Because like we all, even when we grow up, we all have this inner child within all of us. Most of us don't actually connect with that inner child, but just because we're older doesn't mean that that inner child is no longer within us. Like we all have, I don't care how old you are, we all have that younger self, that inner child within us. And when we can start doing this deeper healing work and really speak to that younger self within us, that is just, it's so powerful. Like, I can't even explain it. It's extremely powerful. And so when I walked this client of mine into this, this guided meditation, and I want to say like one thing about, these meditations that I do with my clients, a lot of this work, we talk about things, right? But there is another level. If I want to work with a girl and get her to go to another level of transforming her life and really to go to the depths of that deep inner healing. And what does that look like? It's getting beyond the kind of the talking, and it's really getting into the feeling, because when we talk about things, it registers here, right? But does it connect right here into a girl's heart, her soul? If you want your daughter to really go, like deep into her own healing work, it has to go beyond just the talking part of it. That's why like a lot of therapy, it's a lot of talking, but to go beyond that and to get your daughter to start feeling more, that's when things really start to change. And so, when I guided this girl in this, this meditation, and I took her to this space, I'm closing my eyes because I'm like going back to that moment. And it was just like, it was powerful. Like it was just so powerful. And, I might get emotional. And when I brought her to, and I think one of the reasons that this spoke to me so much is that like for so many years I really had a hard time connecting with my younger self, my inner child. I did this sort of work and I wasn't really able to connect with her. Like I had a hard time seeing my 5-year-old little Brianna. Like I knew she was there. I knew that she had to be there, but for some reason, like it was almost like I blocked her out. Like I couldn't connect with her even though I tried. And sure enough, because I'm very committed to my own growth and my own healing, I didn't stop just because I didn't connect with her right away. I kept working on it. I kept doing the work to connect with her. And eventually, it took a little while, but eventually I was able to connect with my younger self, my little Brianna. And I just know the power that the healing that took place when I was able to go there. And so like today when I was working with this girl and I was able to take her to her younger self, right? Take her to her 5-year-old self. And what did her 5-year-old self want to say to her, right? Like there was a message there. And then also it's like, what did this girl want to say to her younger self, right? Because like when we're super critical of ourselves, when we are tearing ourselves down for like mistakes that we make, the way that we look, the way that we behave, whatever it is, right? Then we're doing it to our younger self as well. And so it's like, how would your daughter treat herself if she had her 5-year-old self right here, right? Like, what would she be saying to her? How would she treat her? Would she say like, oh my God, you're so cute, you're so beautiful? Or would she tear her down, right? And it's like the more that your daughter, like when she starts doing this work and she can connect to that inner child within her, I mean, that's when transformation, like that's where the transformation is. And so when we were doing this guided meditation and I was guiding my client, deeper into the meditation, my eyes were closed because I wanted to just feel my way into it. But like 1 or 2 times I did open my eyes just to make sure that my client was with me. And when I opened my eyes, this is maybe like, 5 minutes into the meditation, and she was crying. And I was just like, wow, this is so powerful. This is what it's all about, because the transformation, I talk about this so much in this group. It's not something always that we can rationalize in our heads, right? It's not always something that we can just be like, okay, this is what I got to do to transform my life. Yes, there are action steps and there are things that you can, that we can work on to get this level of transformation. But the other layer, the other part of this is to get out of here and come into here. And when we can feel our way, when your daughter can feel her way into that is where the healing lies. It's there. And it's almost like a lot of your daughters are like waiting for that. They're waiting for that moment where they can really start to like reclaim their life, reclaim their power, reclaim like why they are here, what makes them happy. What is it going to take? Who does your daughter have to become in order to be this person? So we can get clear about that in here, but are we coming to a place in here with our soul, with our essence, with every cell of who we're being? I mean, like if your daughter is not doing that and she is struggling, then that is the place that she needs to go for true healing. So, I just wanted to hop on and just do this quick video or this quick Facebook Live because, when I opened my eyes during the meditation and I just saw that, the tears were just coming down her face, and I was like, this is what it's all about, like this is why I do this work. A lot of people might not understand like what do I do as a coach for teen girls and young women, or what does it all look like? What I did today and what I experienced with this client that I work with privately, like that is why I do this work, because to see that kind of reaction, to know that this, like she was having an experience. She was having an experience of connecting to her younger self and bringing in so much like love and compassion for that little girl and also for who she is right now. And it was like, I mean, I can't even put into words like this experience. But if your daughter is not having this sort of healing in her life, if she's not having this sort of transformation in her life, and you want this for her and she wants to work on herself, and maybe you're thinking like, I don't know what the right move to make is, or what she does need, right? Your daughter needs some healing and she needs some transformation if she's struggling with something in her life. So I'm going to leave my link below if you want to reach out to me and schedule a call, and we can go over, what is going on with your daughter. And yeah, and if coaching is something that, that you think is going to help your daughter get to wherever she wants to be in her life, to where that, yes, like this is where my daughter is supposed to be. She's supposed to be happy. She's supposed to be loving her life. If she's not experiencing any of that, then something needs to change. So I also will say this, like, if private coaching is not something that you necessarily, want to get into for your daughter, I am rolling out, I'm super excited. Like, the end of the week, I am launching my group online coaching program. I've got 2 of them that I'm going to be launching. One is going to be for girls that are ages 13 to 17. And I have another one, a separate one, and that's going to be for young women. And that's going to be for girls that are 18 to 22. And I'm super excited about this. I've been working on this for a while now, and it's coming, it's about to be launched. So at the end of this week, I'm going to be sharing the information. I made this awesome video for teen girls, and then I made another one for young women. And just to really explain what they're going to get in this group coaching online experience, because, private is amazing. And I love working with my private clients, but also group. And when we can bring a bunch of girls or young women together, and they can work on themselves and collectively, the energy that goes into a group like this is really powerful. And when girls can hold them, support one another and be there for one another, not just the weekly calls, but outside of it, because they do have, it's not just the one call a week that we have. They're also going to get unlimited support, not just from me, but from from everyone that's a part of this, this group online coaching experience. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait for it to start. It's going to be starting at the end of August. So it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to be putting out information about that towards the end of the week. So if that is something of interest, stay tuned, because all of the information will be coming out. And I just wanted to share this because I think this is, I've seen some comments in this group before, and some moms have asked well, what is this transformation that you're talking about? And sometimes it's hard for me to put into words what this transformation looks like. What does the healing actually look like? But the best way that I can describe it is through sharing stories. And the story that I had today of working with this client, and the deep release and the deep, healing that she had from this work that we did today was just so powerful. And, I'm sort of I'm at a loss for words. I don't usually get at a loss for words, but it just, that whole experience did something for me. And it really showed me how necessary this work is, and how important it is for more and more more and more girls and more young women to have this healing for themselves. As many teen girls, as many young women as possible, they need to have this for themselves, because if they don't, they're going to go through life struggling, and it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be hard. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day or night or morning, wherever you are in the world. And stay tuned for the information of my launch for the group online coaching program. I'm going to be launching it later this week. And I'm super excited for it. And I am taking a limited number of girls, because I do want to keep it somewhat intimate. So if it is something that you're thinking about, for your daughter, don't wait too long, because once it's filled up and reaches capacity, that's it. So I just wanted to share all of that with you. Lots of love, hugs, and kisses. Okay, bye.